Yeah, and there's a thing that you said just before that there's some words when you are deciding about the technology where you're gonna have support on that, and
Mhm.
in the case of Ethereum, you can leverage on the whole ecosystem that Ethereum has, right? As it's
Mhm.
CVM compatible and it work more or less on the same path, so that
Mhm.
helps on the decision as well, right?
Yeah. And there's things you could do. So two use cases that I want to point out for Hyperledger Besu that might be interesting for your audience. One is in Latin America with LaCChain. If you're familiar with LaCChain, part funded by the Inter-American Bank, Development Bank. And LaCChain is essentially creating a public permissioned blockchain infrastructure for the region, right? And what that means is that it is a public blockchain, right? But it has permissioned governance because that's really important, right? If you're building a government infrastructure, and that uses Hyperledger Besu. I think they launched about 18 months ago, close to 24 months ago, and having a lot of successes in having local communities in Latin America and the Caribbean build use cases around digital identity, around supply chain, around financing on the LaCChain infrastructure, right? That once again is a permissioned public blockchain. In Europe, the European Blockchain Services is also built using Hyperledger Besu. So Europe, and they support Fabric and they support Besu as well. But Europe is just like LaCChain building out this infrastructure that's a public permissioned blockchain to basically be able to build applications and use cases on top of EBSI, right? So I think it's really important. I think Besu allows that optionality a bit easier than many of the other enterprise blockchains out there.